Okay, Tony Bear here, LAX. And what we have is we got a 5150 over here. And they're calling a mobile unit. This came with a scanner. They believe it's 5150. Possible. If you hang out in the airport, they're gonna want your ID. How legal that is, I don't think it's legal. If you're not committing a crime, Fourth Amendment. But they believe he's 5150. Hey, fair shake. I love this live stream. Love it. Stick on like. Where LAX sound badly. So we're at. Another thing to say, suspicious person walking around, acting strange, so they're calling in. I think they did an estimate, the city estimated survey to have 100 homeless and mentally ill at the airport. Years ago, you just couldn't hang in the airport. Bring that up, people say, well, you hang in the airport. Well, if I wasn't recording the celebrity news or documenting the police real stories for the news, I wouldn't be in the airport. I would have no reason to just, if I wasn't taping it, I would have no reason to be here. That's just the way it is. I'm trying to get a story. This is LAX Airport Police. Oh yeah, I guess they fly, the Israel Airlines has a flight today, so they give them a lot of protection. That's goes to Israel. That's when a woman was shot over the counter, murdered, 20 years ago? The guy drove in here and killed her. So ever since that, they always have a armed police in case they try to hijack the plane or something. Hey, thank you, Christina. It's been slow here, but the cops say it's been good here. When there's no news, it's a good thing. Okay, so we are going. This is LAX Airport Police. They do have LAX PD here. Terminal 8 substation. Which these people will move. All these people will be standing right there. Okay. You're at the airport. If they will come up to you and ask you for your ID, you don't have to legally give them your ID unless you committed a crime. But you do have to have some sort of business at the airport, something. If you don't, the city attorney won't even file charges on you. So that's why a lot of folks do something here and get right back out here again. We're gonna get a perk walk in a minute, folks. Perk walk coming up. Perk walk. Yeah, I haven't had a video out of here and they I think it's been like 2 days. There's been nothing really going on. I mean, when I leave, I don't know what happens. If I'm here for 10 hours and I leave, something happens, you know. You can't be here 24 hours. I just missed a big video. People drop their dogs off at the airport in the parking structure. Cops get it, have to call the animal rescue program. Thank you, Fair Shake. People drop cats, dogs here at the parking structures. These parking structures across the way. It's all Why is this guy so close with his daughter there? Right, with my daughter, I would move away back from that situation. But it's good to bring back the live Laxpd video. That comes from my favorite show, Live PD. Usually on 5150s, they take them to UCLA Harbor for a 2-day hold. Why is this woman so close to the cops with this guy? That makes no sense to me. Have your kid there, they're right by the police action. Okay, so they're gonna wait and take him. What happened to me once, they wanted my ID, and I refused to give it. And it was a whole thing on the Fourth Amendment. If I haven't committed a crime, why do I give my ID? Public airport. So that's that. But that's all you hear at the airport. The police running people they come encounters with. I mean, I guess they have to. I don't know. You know, it's a terrorist spot. You know, a lot of folks with warrants. We've seen that in my videos. Fly in here with some serious warrants and get arrested when customs run the name on the database. We've seen that happen. So they got him a seat, they sat him down, and they're waiting for a caged vehicle to take him to UCLA Harbor. They claim he's a 5150. Oh yeah, I would move my kids in a heartbeat. You know, I don't care what I'm waiting on. Yesterday I got Dakota Johnson. I mean, I like celebrity videos, but I actually love police videos. I love my style of the way I record. I love me, I guess. Gotta be me. Just missed a video of somebody left their dog in one of the parking structures. And the cops were waiting on another unit to transport it. And I just got there and it was over. Dismissed it. I like to show those kind of videos where the cops do rescue animals. My channel is fair and balanced. I am not a cop hater. I hate the bad ones. But I am for law enforcement. So that's the name of that tune. All right, he's going to finally move. We are waiting for the caged vehicle to get the perk walk. But years ago, if I was doing this, I would have all kind of action on my ass right now. Please, employees, what are you doing? You're crazy, in the airport. But when you stand up for your rights, record in public, it's a good thing. Okay, oh man. My scanner just went out. Okay, they're waiting for a caged vehicle. There's a sergeant. He approves what happens here. He's going to explain to him what the deal is, and then if he thinks it's okay, they'll either arrest him or let him go. This is a new tactic they've been doing. I think they do it in the LAPD too. Cop can't make a story. Has to be approved by the sergeant, so that's a good step. Because in my day, if a cop came around, he said you did something, they would just take you, you know. But now they have to have a supervisor, which is a nice move. I used to have a show in New York, Washington Square Park. I used to work in Greenwich Village for years. And I worked this restaurant called La Gosseria on 8th and MacDougal. And these two cops came, put me in the police car. Scared the hell out of me. They were squirting water in my face. And they took me to the precinct, and then they let me go. I just felt totally violated there. It was a 6th precinct in the village, but I got along with most of those cops down there. I wasn't recording yet, but it left me with a bad taste in my mouth. But it didn't destroy. I didn't go around saying I hate all cops. There was a cop in New York named Mike Fendel. He was an NYPD police officer. Also, he was a clown, and he got me a show with him at I think it was a mental ward in New York. So that was a weird experience, but yeah, he was great. Michael Fendel. I met the real life Frank Serpico. That's another story, another day. But put yourself in this spot. If you were at an airport, decided you wanted to get something to eat at 7-Eleven, you wasn't flying anywhere, and they asked for your ID. Would you give up your ID without a fight? As far as, would you say Fourth Amendment, I haven't done anything, or would you just give your ID up? You got to pick your battles, I guess. My whole thing on that video was, it wasn't even about my ID, basically, because I told the guy my name 5 or 6 times. So if you run Tony Vera, what's going to come up? Mike Tyson, assault, Louis Miguel, and a few other things with celebrities that has happened here throughout the years. My name is in the system and on the computer. That's what sucked about that whole thing. That guy was being a total jerk. Now that video has over 1 million hits. I'll put that video in the description so you can see for yourself. So how do you qualify as a 5150? Do you yell and scream? How's that work? Could any cop walk up to me and go, hey, I think you're 5150, and just claim that? How do you justify what a 5150 is? That's what I wonder. I've seen this guy around, I believe, before here, but how do you qualify him as a 5150? Okay, hope something happens soon because I have to get to work. I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. Well, these 2 or 3 days. They have a unit called the Outreach Program, which tries to help the homeless, mentally ill with programs. And he called that in, but they're at the 77th precinct with other mentally ill people, so-called mentally ill, alleged mentally ill. Okay. Gotta love the live stream. Gotta love it. Okay, I'm just glad to be back streaming again. I wanted to get something good. I missed the dog rescue this morning. Somebody dropped off their dog at one of the parking lots and left the abandoned dogs. Missed that by seconds. So this one came up. I said, what the hell? I haven't streamed in 2 days. So when you do see live Laxpd, you know it's going to be a police video. Simple as that. Alright. It's getting crowded in here. Folks are coming in. This is where we're at. Okay, we got another cop showing up. LAXPD police officer showed up. We have another one coming to the scene. I think he's a transport. Going the wrong way. The cops put their gloves on, man. Look out. When cops have their gloves on, they're around you. Look out. That means they're taking their business. Kidding me, this guy. Four likes, thank you very much. So just so you know, the city attorney, Mark Farrell, if the cops make an arrest with a homeless person, he won't prosecute. He told the cops, I'm not prosecuting the homeless at LAX. The only way they can possibly get any help or get them out of here for 2 days is the 2-day hold. But a lot of the times, they come straight back here. The dude that assaulted allegedly assaulted the TSA agent, he got out the next day. Well, the whole thing is sad. I mean, it's anyone can be homeless. Anyone can get mentally ill. You can't pay your rent. You got problems with life, and it's a very sad situation. I know, because I was going hotel to hotel at $3,000 a month for 5 months. That was pretty emotional for me, and that could have ended up either, good or bad for me. If it wasn't for one great person who stepped up to the plate and saved my ass, put me back home to Venice. That's all I have to say about that, man. They can sleep better now. Okay. We gotta get away from this noisy lady. Noisy lady. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Here is the noisy lady. Okay, so we are going to get the perk walk. If you don't know what that is, in New York City they call them perpetrators. They call them suspects here, but perpetrators, and for short they call them perks. So a lot of times they'll bring them up the front in front of the media. They'll walk them out, and they have the badges on their sleeves, collars. Perk walk. Comes from perpetrator. So when I first started working here, like years ago, it was really tough. The cops would always try to ask you what you're doing here. I have a purpose. I'm doing news. Celebrity news or real news, whatever. Every story is not a big news story, but at least we're able to get it on video. and put it online. And I'm here for that reason only. But you used to have a reason, or they can get you trespassing. And the city attorney won't file charges anymore, so the cops' hands are tied on that issue. But if I wasn't here recording for news stories, I wouldn't be hanging out in the airport. I would have no reason to. And that's the name of that tune, people. I've gotten some of my biggest stories out of this place. And whether it's celebrity or whether it's police, I've got some great videos. Yes, I work on the First Amendment. The First Amendment is the only thing that I have, basically, my rights to record in public. And you got to take that strong, because otherwise you get picked on, attacked, you name it. All right, so he's going to get searched. Love the live stream. Love the Samsung 9 Plus telephone, cell phone. Love it. In my day, when I first started cop watching, I've been doing this over 20 years. We didn't have this luxury. We're able now to stream and bring the crowd that wants to see it all together in one room. Oh yeah, it's great. Thank you, Fair. You can't beat that. The live stream is here. It's only going to get better. Yes, it's probably a lot clearer when you use a regular camera, but you have to edit it. It takes time to send out. This is live. How are you going to compete with live video? Streaming, live stream. You're not. In my day, only the media had that extra to go live. All right, so we're going to get the perk walk right now. Perk walk is coming our way. And this is the way I record police. I always shoot from a distance, and I don't interfere. If you're going to do cop watching, everybody has their own style now. But try not to get in the way. You do that, you're good. But if you want to mix up with them, don't be shocked if you wind up in a police car or with a tag. You know, that happens. So he's at 5150. They're going to take him to UCLA Harbor on a 2-day hold. And that's the name of that tune. This is LAX PD, LAX Airport Police. But keep that in mind. If you're at an airport and a cop walked up to you randomly and said, hey, I want your ID, would you give that cop your ID? If you haven't done anything wrong, and do you know that your Fourth Amendment is you don't have to show ID if you haven't committed the crime? Or, just to not start anything, pick your battles, here's my ID, I haven't done anything. So, you know, that's a hard call to make. So we're able to go live again, people. Great. Love it. I could have had the animal video today. So they abandoned a dog. Got there like minutes late. Missed the shot. Okay, let's get this. This is gonna ruin my shot. Okay. So I'm gonna take this guy to UCLA Harbor on a 2-day hold. So that's it. If something happens, I will go live. try to get an interesting story. So that's how that wraps up. You know, the guy was walking around the airport and probably talking to himself, which I do. I do talk to myself. I'm guilty of that. There's a lot of ideas in my mind. I'm by myself most of the time, so why not talk to myself? And that's about it. Thank you for the 4 likes. And hopefully we get some more on the replay. Tony Berry tuning out, signing out, LX.